Well, hello, Glumshanks. The fountain's a little bit spicy. Welcome back to the Menace SMP, where I turn my survival world into a modded SMP with friends. Hi, my name is Gecka, and last time we built up this waystone, and we fixed up this potion enchanting tower. This episode, we're going to delve into the world of Create, and I'm going to learn as we go. So, if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments, and while you're there, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Now I understand Create is very iron heavy, so I'm going to jump ahead and build myself a logical Geek Boy iron farm. And if you want to follow along, there'll be a link somewhere in the video or in the description, so you can go check out his video. Now I know you're probably all in the comments screaming at me, Gecka, you can make a Create iron farm. I know, I don't want to make a Create iron farm. I want to make a logical Geek Boy iron farm because it costs me less materials and I get more iron. Plus, if I'm going to make a Create farm, I need iron to make the Create farm. I don't want to mine that. That's just too much work. Now watch me get this zombie into the hole without falling off. Skills. This is called growth. And don't forget about that shameless subscribe. Look at that. See that? Sneaky. Now that the iron farm is completed, we can get building the Create workshop. I have gone ahead and left everybody a bunch of iron at their bases. And we do have two new members. We have Raven and Z. I can't find Z's base yet, but I will owe her some iron later. It's time to get started in, well, Create. Because I'm learning as we go, and from my understanding, having a starter-friendly workshop is the way to go. Now to make a lot of these materials, I'm gonna need, well, metal plating, which means I need a mechanical press and either a hand crank or a water wheel. So let's collect up all the materials I'm gonna need and we'll get started building this little workshop. Now the first thing that we need to do is make some andesite alloy yarn. So to do this, we need a bunch of iron nuggets and a bunch of andesite. This is gonna get very expensive very quickly. Gonna need to put them in a crafting bench like this, and there we go. Once we have the andesite alloy, a lot of things are gonna be easier to make. Now that we've got that, we can do some shafts. With the shafts, we're gonna make a water wheel. We're gonna make a variety of cogs. I'm gonna strip some jungle logs and cover it with andesite alloy to get some andesite casings. Now with those andesite casings, I'm gonna take an iron block and make a mechanical press and a depot. Depot? Anyway, that thing. I'm also going to grab a hand crank, then we're going to grab some copper, and we're going to make some copper sheeting. Once the copper sheeting is done, I can make the fluid tanks. We'll make up some pipes as well as the mechanical pumps. I'm going to need at least one steam engine to start off, and one millstone. We're going to make up a whisk and a mechanical mixer, which means we need a basin. We'll need a couple of gearboxes and vertical gearboxes. Right, I've gone ahead and grabbed all the materials I'm going to need for this workshop. I have also linked a video in the description because this is a little bit of a steam engine design, but it is very starter friendly. This is everything we're going to need. I've got a bunch of building blocks for later. And the only thing that I am missing is a deployer. Now in order to get a deployer, I need a blaze burner, and in order to get a blaze burner, I have to go to the nether, and I am not ready for that just yet. Now if you do go and watch the video that I will be following myself, I have tweaked the design a little bit to work for me and my area, but it is basically the same, and we won't be building the entire thing today. So let's just get started into building. Let's just grab a bunch of stuff that we need from the chests. We need our goggles. They blend in with my crown. Right, we're going to start with a 3x3 area like this, and we're just going to build up the sides by one, going the whole way around. This is where we're going to have our water wheel, so let's place in a block just here, because we're going to place the water wheel right here. So now water will travel down from here and go all the way around, just like this. And it's my understanding that water wheels work best when there is maximum water coverage the whole way around. Now we also need to make the mini steam engine, so coming out by 4 on this side. We're going to go up again and surround this entire 4x4. This is going to house our infinite water source. So once we get all of these done, we can remove the inside blocks. And it should look just like this. Now this block is temporary and the water is going to be in here. But for now, let's just close that one up so that we can create an infinite water source. And then if we remove this block, we should see that the water wheel is spinning. But let's close it off for now because I don't want to be working with any power just yet. Next, I need to extend the power from the water wheel up to the same level that I am standing on. To do this, I'm going to need a series of cogs connected together, and I'm going to need, nope, not that direction. I need one cog like that above the water to make the steam engine work, and we just need to connect it to the power. Once you've added in all your cogs, it should be looking something like this. Right, we need to start the steam engine, and to do that, we are going to place a temporary block here and add 2 campfires right above water. Ow. Without burning our toesies. Ow. Once the campfires are in, we're going to put the fluid tanks on top of them as well as the cogs. Now we're going to add in a mechanical pump, making sure that it is facing upward, like that. Oops. And then as soon as we remove this block, it should pump all the water into the tank itself. Right, we're going to add in the steam engine on this corner here, and I need a floor. I'm going to use the ash bricks for the flooring of this build, and now I'm just going to create a little platform along here so that I have somewhere to work from, and hopefully I don't keep falling off. To get the correct orientation of the steam engine, I'm going to need a large cog about here, and then I can add the andesite shaft on top. But I need more floor. Yeah, I need more floor, please. Let's just extend this platform out. Now there's going to be a wall along the back, so I'm going to need a smaller cog, and I'm just going to add these the whole way across. Now I'm just going to extend the floor a little bit further because I'm pretty sure I'm a cog short. Let me just count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, I think I need. Right, so now we get into the nitty-gritty of the workstation. So let me just grab out what I'm going to need. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3. Then I want to put in a millstone and a basin. But first, actually let's just clear out a little bit of space here. I'm going to put a block there. We want a barrel as an output, and we're going to put in a hopper into the barrel. So when we put our millstone on top, everything goes straight into the barrel and I don't have to get it out. Got the 3. Then we're going to put the basin in, and I'm going to leave the gap underneath for a blaze burner when I eventually get that. But I don't know if I'm going to do that in this episode. That might have to be a group activity to find another fortress. I'm going to add in the speed and stress gauge just on the end here, and just so it looks pretty. I mean, they do have a purpose, but it's just pretty. Alright, let's grab the rest of what we need. I'm going to put in a mechanical mixer on the side here above the basin. Then we're going to have a barrel as well as a hopper into the millstone. And then I'm going to put in 2 mechanical presses on the side, 1 and 2. And the third spot is going to be for a deployer, which we don't have. I'm going to add in shafts all the way up. And vertical gearboxes on top to power each one of these. And that is the basic workshop setup. Just the bare bone. Let's add in some andesite casings just to make it look pretty. Just to cover up all of that not so pretty machinery. Did anybody see that? It literally said I had 3 the whole time. Glitches. Let me up. Let me up. Let me up. Thank you. Go. Right. Now that's all done, it's time to turn on the power. So let's go remove that one block. And it's working. Just like that. Let's go have a look at our stress and our speed. 32 and 1408. That's not bad. That really is not bad. Everything here will work perfectly fine. And yeah, I think it's time to, well, one, sleep. And secondly, I'm going to jump into a creative world just to mark out a floor plan for the building that's going to go around the finished workshop. You see, I'm going to be adding in a whole nother row of boilers along the edge here, and that's going to feed into a cobblestone generator that then will feed into a crusher, and we will end up with sand and gravel. So I'll bring you back when I have a layout. So, yeah, I've done the layout, but something happened in the meantime that you, you need to see. Oh, that's a bit close. I forgot I logged off in the nether, and, I've been informed that I need to log on and check out my base, and I haven't built my building yet, so, let's go do that. Where am I? Yep, okay, yep. This way. Okay, I logged off for a few days, guys, and, I returned to this. Blomshanks, what did you do? What, okay. Okay. Just keep going. Is it in the house? Is it in the house? Yep. Mm-hmm. It's in the house. I just want to go to sleep. Nighttime. Scary. Oh my god. Because these are made of wool, can I shear them? That's not any faster. Yeah. That's not faster. That wasn't helpful. Oh my god, that's just cruel. What did the axolotl ever do to you, huh? Real axolotl? No. That poor little baby. So unfair. Poor little thing. Let's just get you off that grill. You're all pink. These are all pink. Who on the server do we know likes pink? Present. Spicy present. Okay. Wonder if I can use water to get rid of this. That might be helpful. Yes! You know, this has got honey written all over it, right? Pink. If it wasn't honey. Fair play. Oh, look, it's the Titanic. That's a bad idea. Well, that's what happens when you take a few days off the server and go ahead and do IRL stuff, like go away for Valentine's Day with my husband. I definitely think the plushies was a honey thing, and well, the bomb has got Davis written all over it. But don't worry guys, I have been stockpiling a bunch of things, so we will get them back. It might not be this episode, but we will definitely have our revenge. Forever the jokers. Well, this is the layout for the workshop. Over here is where I'm going to put the cobblestone generator. And this little gap here in the floor, this is where I'm going to put all of the extra boilers. Now, I'm not going to do those this time. We will get them all later. But for now, I think it's time we built up the walls and see where we get with the details. Now I decided that I was going to build this one block by block, wall by wall, but my ADHD kicks in and I get a little distracted. I knew how tall I wanted this building as well as the basic general shape and color palette. Now I did want to make sure that I blocked in all of my windows as I went, and don't worry, I did remember that I forgot to remove my pillaring blocks. This is the first part of the ADHD distraction. Instead of working on this wall, I decided to carve out the rest of the roof. And then I just jump into this side of the wall without any concern about that wall that I've completely missed. And after a short distraction with this window, I jump back into this side of the wall, creating the second room. The reason I usually build it in creative is because it is so chaotic where my brain goes from one spot to the other. And this is probably the best visual representation I can give you of where my ADHD brain goes. It's on everything else happening. Now, because it's a tall warehouse, I wanted to make sure I put in some windows, and I'm gonna make sure that my transition block is something that can incorporate both the red tones and the brown of this build. So note blocks it is. But with all of this spruce around the top of the workshop, I'm going to actually switch it out for dark oak a little bit later. You can already see that I've incorporated some of the dark oak, and then we're going to add in our chipped mangrove trapdoors. The new copper trapdoors would actually look pretty good here. Now I want to maintain a pop of that mangrove colour in all of my builds, not just into the windows, but I have definitely used too much spruce in this design, and it's looking too brown. Now, I do love this window design. I love the copper on the outside. You could probably change the trapdoors for the copper trapdoors if you wanted. Now we get into my favourite part, which is the texturing and the detailing phase. I definitely love every single time that I start doing this because it allows me to create a whole little homestead out of blocks from Minecraft. I'm trying to go for an ancient city that's still in use, but it is run down and slowly decaying. And I think I'm encapsulating that a little bit. And now we've got the iconic shader shots. So you can see that I've changed out that top roof for dark oak, and I've also gone ahead and filled out the rest of the back of the building with a whole bunch of overgrown bits and pieces. Mesas are hard to build in with color, but I think I did a pretty good job. And then this is the inside as well of the workshop. Plenty of room to expand my cobblestone generator in that second room. Right, so that is the workshop all done. We are gonna definitely work on the cobblestone generator next episode, but let's have a little quick tour. So when we come in, we do have double carpets under here, just to stop anything from walking in. We have our woodworking station here with our carpenter's workbench. I've got my masons set up right here with just a few bits and bobs. Obviously not a lot of permanent storage in here, but just something that I might need when I need to grab anything. Behind me, we're gonna have the glass blower. I'm pretty sure these are mostly empty. Yeah. We're only a little bit of glass hanging out. And then this is the main event. So we've got these little barrels for our gold, our copper, and our iron. I've got the andesite in here, all of my zinc, and all of my extra bits and pieces for create. Behind me, we will throw up all of the boilers, but that won't be for a little while. And behind here, we will put in the cobblestone generator, which will then feed into the grinding wheels. And then that will basically fit into that chest, and we will have sand and gravel. We will have sand and gravel in this room. The back door here is just going to be a super secret door because the farm is like right up against here and all the way to here. So it'll just be a quick little walk around. Now you might be wondering why I've got 0 levels and there's nothing in my inventory right now. Yeah, nothing in my inventory and 0 levels. Well, you're gonna have to wait till next time for that one to find out why I've got no levels and I've got no gear. Don't worry, I haven't lost anything, but yeah, we have some payback to do. And next episode, I also want to start working on layout. Like, where do I want things to be put? We're gonna have a cobblestone generator obviously in here, but we also need to start working on a way to get up and down from this mountain. So that's all for now, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Ow.